What's going on, guys? This is Prince Dice here, the Royal Financial Investment Group. Doing a video today is going to be called, as you can already see in the title, the post Amazon fourth quarter 2015 earnings. The post Amazon 2015 earnings fourth quarter. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, thumbs up, thumbs down if it's a good video, bad video, whatever. If you got any comments, just drop them below. So, as you guys know, this past Friday, Amazon came out with its earnings. You also know that I placed up a video earlier not earlier, but pretty much the day of the day the earnings came out, the day before the earnings came out. I wanted to get the video up a little bit quicker, but I had a little technical difficulties going on, so I got the video out a little late, a little bit before the earnings came out, but I apologize for that if you were waiting on. But anyway, what happened, right? So as you guys can see, I had predicted that Amazon will move 8% up or down. And I was making the analyst decision that it was going to go up. I said, hey, I think it's going to go up by, somewhere between 8%. So what happened, what got real crazy on Thursday was the stock went up 8% before the earnings came out. Now, this was a shocker to me because I had never seen a stock. I was expecting maybe the day before earnings, I was expecting maybe a 3% move upwards because how people anticipate the earnings and whatever. Some stocks trade up or trade down, get a lot of volume right before the earnings, right? So I was kind of speculating that it would be like a 3% move in the stock. So when I logged in, Facebook had great earnings, which I did do Facebook. I didn't make a video about it because I can't make a video about every single move. But due to Facebook being successful and moving by 14%, which is crazy. I was only expecting Facebook to move by 4%, but it moved by 14%. It pushed Amazon up. It pushed Google up. It made the FANG stocks, what they call them. Amazon, not Amazon, Facebook, Amazon, Google, and stuff like that, whatever, right? And Netflix. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. They all was up. So with Amazon, for example, people saw Facebook, so I guess people just went berserk. Then we had reports that came out earlier during the day where it was talking about the forecast for the fourth quarter sales, how sales were up, all this great news about Amazon. People seeing what happened to Facebook, so people just ran into Amazon, ran the stock up. I want to say 8-9%. Never seen Amazon trade that high on a regular day except post earnings. So I was like, well, it put me in a funny space because there I was. I'm in the stock is up. Now I'm wondering, I never seen this before. I never seen Amazon jump this high in one trading day. So it left me with the decision of, I think this is the earnings. This is the earnings because the people are watching the reports, people are seeing what's going on, the anticipation, they have moved the stock up by 8%. I can't see a stock going from rising 8%, which is very uncharacteristic of a stock, not all stocks, but Amazon in particular, 8 to 9% in one day, then releasing earnings, then going up another 8-9%. Never seen it. I said, well, when a stock usually gets that far away from its moving average, it'll find a way to come back down to its moving average. So with Amazon, for example, what we were seeing was the good earnings already being calculated inside of the stock before the earnings were released, if it makes sense, right? So a lot of the good news that came out after the earnings were released, they had already been calculated into the stock price due to people jumping into it, trading the stock up. So with me, for example, I learned a lot. The first lesson was I had never seen this. I was in a funny situation to where I was like, wow, it went from 3%. It's okay, 4%. Okay, people really liking Amazon. 5%. Okay, wow, that's crazy. 6, 7, over 8. I'm like, whoa. I never seen this before. So it was a very big learning experience. So and also, like I said in the video, you cover the downside. So when Amazon posted good earnings, yeah, they missed the earnings per share, but they posted their strongest earnings ever, and the stock dropped 7%. Why? The big thing is that's when I believe personally in technical analysis, you have a moving average. When a stock moves that far away and it moves that strong in one day, it cools off. The what you're looking at, the earnings are already calculated into the price of the stock already. So that was a big learning experience. The first thing was when I see Warren Buffett, I think said it. I read a quote somewhere, pretty much just saying, when everybody is greedy, that's when you should be scared. When everybody is scared, that's when you should be greedy. So, for prime example, when everybody's piling into it, running the stock up to something crazy, that's when I should have been thinking about selling. But I said, hey, this is going to be a learning experience because I've never seen it. I don't know how this is going to plan out. So I'm going to ride with the wave so I can take a lesson. I never take a loss. I either win or I learn a lesson. I either win or I learn a lesson every time. I don't take losses. I decide what failure is. So when I saw this going on, I said, well, all these people are jumping inside this stock. They're all excited. This is when you should be selling. When people are moving away from a stock, when the stock is trading down, that's when you should be thinking about buying. That was a great lesson I learned. Also, if you're going to cover the downside, make sure you cover the downside with not the don't cover the downside on the day of expiration. Cover the downside because you had 29 expiration dates. Cover yourself on February 5th. That was another lesson that I learned. Right. So all in all, I took a lesson learned from Amazon. It was an experiment. I put up the video. I said, hey, I think the earnings are going to do good. What ended up transpiring with Amazon was a lot of reports came out a little early before Amazon came in. Facebook pushed all these stocks up, made people overly excited about Amazon. And the move that it was going to make after earnings, it made it during the trading day. And once the earnings were released, the stock dropped by 7% for no apparent reason. And I think that it was technical analysis that the stock had already accumulated for those good earnings anyway, because of people seeing these early reports. It traded up 8% the day before earnings, and the day before that it was 3%. So in the last 2 days, already moved 11%. Boom, there go your earnings. Post earnings of what I was predicting. So the stock dropped 7%. So people say, hey, Prince, how do you feel about Amazon long term? I don't like Amazon long term. I think Amazon right now is a growth stock. It's growing. Its earnings are growing. But what happens when Amazon matures? What happens when competitors come along? Right now, it's trading for extremely overpriced for the shares that people are paying for compared to its earnings. And I think that when the market takes its downturn, it's going to hurt real bad. Right now, Amazon earnings projections are going up, 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 up. But once it matures, like when you are a Apple or when you are a Microsoft or when you are a Ford, companies that have matured, been around for a while, they're in the industry, they're doing their thing or whatever, your earnings kind of level off or kind of slightly decline. When Amazon sees that piece, that's going to hurt. And also, they don't pay dividends. So I don't like it long term. You don't pay me dividends. And it's like, okay, somebody else is willing to pay me 4%, 5%, 6, 7%, or whatever. So now, if the only way I can get paid off Amazon is that the price rises, which leads me to be a complete speculator. So that's my personal opinion. I think it's a great company. I think it's going to do well in the future. But for a long-term investment, I think there's other stocks that I'll be interested in. But anyway, I told you guys I was going to do a post interview, not a post interview, but a post Amazon earnings. And I need to get my hair cut too. But anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Share with your friends. Tell me what you guys think. Until the next video, you guys already know what to do. Peace. I'm out.